Hello everyone and welcome to economics class. In this class we are going to see the upcoming story of the village Palam. So I request all my students to have a notebook and a pen to copy down the important point. As usual, the important points are very necessary to make a use of it for the continuing of the chapter. So let's move. First, we are talking about the chapter number 1, the story of the village Palampur. In that, we are on the topic number 10. Here we are going to see the non-farming activities in Palampur. So here the point is speaking about that what are the farming activities and what are the non-farming activities. So first, the activity which are not related to the farming when they are called as non-farming activity. They are little bit different from farming activity. So what are non-farming activities? What are farming activities? First, farming in the village Palampur, you had seen how the capital was produced by the farmer, labor was produced by the farmer. Next point was then how the production was sold into the market and many more concepts we had seen. So here non-farming activity which means about they are not related to the farming. Right? In that we are going to see about the dairy, we are going to see the small scale manufacturing activity, shopkeeping activity, and last one, the fourth one, that's a transport activity we are going to see in this non-farming activities in the village Palampur. So first, we have learned about farming as the main production activity in the Palampur. Okay? What we have seen the village Palampur. In that we have seen most of the people they are engaged in doing farming activity, right? The next we shall now take a look of some of the non-farm production. So non-farm production activities we are going to see in this presentation. Only 25% of the people working in Palampur are engaged in activities other than agriculture. So here the point is speaking about only 25% out of 100, 75% engaged in agriculture, farming, and rest of the 25% of the people they are engaged in non-farming activity. What are they? Already I told you in the dairy farm. So dairy activities, small scale manufacturing activities, then shopkeeping activities, and last one transportation. So here we are going to see about the four non-farming activities of the village Palampur. Moving to first one day, the other common activity. This is the other common activity, the daily activity you are knowing. So the people of the village, they are herding the cows, buffalo, goats and many more. So they are herding that animal, then they are taking care of the animal. After the animals are producing milk, the milk is sold into the market and the people are earning money. That's a non-farming activity, right? So to have the example of dairy, so here you can see about how the man is extracting the milk from the cows, right? So this type of activity is very common in the villages, right? Next, dairy is a common activity in many families of Palampur. As we are going to any village, we are knowing about that cows will be there, buffaloes will be there. So that area plenty of milk will be available. As in our daily routine of our daily food habits, we are consuming milk morning and at the night time. The milk which is coming from the dairy. So in your locality nearby dairy will be there, from the dairy the milk is available. Right? If you are living in an urban city, so you are using the packet milk, right? Or in a container milk, which is a product of the Amul or Mother's Dairy or Nandini or many more will be there. So in every area the different dairies will be there and they are herding the animals, and after from their animal husbandry they are producing milk and selling to us. The next, people feed their buffaloes on the various kinds of grass and the jawar and bajra that grows during the rainy season, right? So during the rainy animals are producing a good amount of milk and they are selling it to the market. Next point, the milk is sold in Raiganj, the nearby large village. So nearby large village, the people of the village Palampur, they are selling the milk into the Raiganj. So point to be noted over here is speaking that the dairy is the common activity in many families of the Palampur, and people feed their buffaloes on the various kind of grass. They are having the grasses of grassland, they are feeding on that. Otherwise, they are just giving jawar and basha, the crops they are growing in the rainy season. Next, two traders from Shahpur town have set up the collection of shilling centers and Raiganj from the where the milk is transported to the far away towns and cities. So here is the one of the example which is speaking about how the milk is collected at one particular center. So they are having the two traders, they are collecting milk from all the villagers or whomsoever producing the milk. For a common example, in our school also we are having one dairy farm. You have, by doing the cross country race, by playing and everything, so you have seen the cows and buffaloes are there, right? And from there, whatever the milk you are getting in your mess, that is produced from our school dairy farm. Okay? Next. Second one, an example of a small scale manufacturing in Palampur. So we are going to see about the example of small scale manufacturing unit in Palampur. So the people of village Palampur, what they are producing on a small scale. So let's see. Small scale, it doesn't mean I am showing the hand this much. So this is this much only will be. See this. So this is the two people are here and this is the jaggery making, which is called as gur. So this jaggery making, by crushing the sugar cane and extracting the juice of the sugar cane, and after that they are just burning it and making it into thick one substance, and after that the jaggery is prepared. So most of you are from the farming background, you are knowing about why you are cultivating the sugarcane crops and selling to the industry for manufacturing of sugar, otherwise of jaggery. So this is one photograph I have placed for you. This kind of small manufacturing units they are doing. Then next, so at present less than 50 people are engaged in manufacturing unit in Palampur. So here we are talking about at present less than 50 people are engaged in manufacturing in Palampur. Then unlike the manufacturing that take place in a big factors in towns and cities, manufacturing in Palampur involves very simple production methods and are done on a small scale. The scale is small. The next, they are carried out mostly at home or in the fields with the help of family laborers. Rarely are laborers hired. Next, this paragraph is speaking about the production is on a small scale and they are using a very simple method for the production purpose. So here, just as stated in the example of making jaggery from the sugar cane. So that's a very simple method they are doing. From their sugar cane crushing machine, they are crushing the sugar cane, they are extracting the juice. From the juice, they are preparing the jaggery. Okay? So they are carried out mostly at the home, and the laborers they are not hiring. Rarely they are hiring. If the production is going to be more, at that time they are calling some laborers from outside. Next, here we are going to see about the case of Mishri Lal, and we are going to see about how Mishri Lal is making all the factors of production to produce something. So what he is going to produce? Let's see. So here Mishri Lal has purchased a mechanical sugarcane crushing machine. As we are on the topic how the jaggery is going to prepare, so this is the one sugarcane crushing machine run on electricity. Okay, and has set up sugarcane crushing machine that is working, mechanical working. So I want to tell you, you have seen one bull will be there and the bull and the wooden cart will be there like that, or otherwise the roller will be there and the bull is just roaming here and there and the people are placing sugarcane in that and the two wooden stand will be there and they are crushing the sugarcane. After that the sugarcane juice is coming, then they are offering to us. So that's a sugarcane crushing machine is there. So manually they are doing. So this machine is a mechanism one. From the electricity it is run. On the juice shop, the sugarcane juice shop, you have seen most of the time the sugarcane crushing machine, and that we are placing the sugarcane and it's just crushing and the juice is extracting from it. Then sugarcane crushing was earlier done with the help of the bullocks, as I stated in the example, but people prefer to do it by machines these days because it's require more power to do this work. So they are doing by machinery. Next, Mishri Lal also buys sugarcane from other farmers and process it into jaggery. So what he is going to process? He is going to preparing jaggery and he is taking the sugarcane from his village peoples also from the other farmer. The jaggery is then sold to the trader at Shahpur. Then after he is selling the jaggery to the trader to the Shahpur. In this process, Mishri Lal makes a small profit. So here Mishri Lal is going to make a small profit only. So let's move to discuss the question answers on this particular story. Let's discuss what capital did Mishri Lal need to set up his jaggery manufacturing unit. So here the question is speaking what capital. So the answer is Mishri Lal need mechanical sugarcane crushing machine to set up his own jaggery manufacturing unit. Question number 1 is speaking that what the capital Mishri Lal is needing to set up the jaggery manufacturing unit. So for jaggery manufacturing unit, the basic functioning machine he required the sugarcane crushing machine to crush the sugarcane and to produce juice. After the juice, he is going to place on the fire and after that continuously burning it. So he is going to be into a thick substance. After that, the jaggery is going to be prepared. Then next, who provides the labor in this case? So in this case, who is going to provide the labor? So in this case, the landless farmers are used as a labor. So in this case, if we require more laborers, so he is going to have the landless labor and they will work as a labor in his unit. Moving towards the next question. Can you guess why Mishri Lal is unable to increase his profit? So the question is speaking why he is not able to have a more profit. So the point is here, it is not crushing sugarcane on a large scale. So what he is doing? He is not crushing sugarcane on large scale. Second point is about he is not able to make his profit because he is producing on a small scale and the profit is also small. Could you think of any reason when we might face a loss? So here are the two conditions I mentioned. So due to the bad crop, due to the failure of the crop, so what will happen? The rate of the sugarcane is going to be high. So he requires the raw material, the sugarcane for crushing in the then electricity supply, if there will be a fluctuation in the electricity supply, so there he can face the problem because he is having the mechanical machine which is run with the help of electricity. If electricity will not be there on the proper time at the proper time, he is not going to produce the particular product from his unit. Next, why does Mishri Lal sell his jaggery to the traders in the Shahpur and not in his village? So the question is there and the answer is there. Please see. So it's a common point because of the good pricing he can get from from the trader, so he is not selling into his own village, and plus his own village consumption is less of jaggery, because the farmers, they are already having the sugarcane with them, so they are making their own jaggery also at their home, so they will not consume, their consumption is less. So to gain more profit on the good price, he is selling to the traders. Next point, this is the homework part, and I taken it from the NCERT textbook from page number 11. You have to do this. Please see carefully. It's speaking about you have to do the comparison. The comparison of the farm product. The comparison of farm product. Here it is on page number 11. It is here. So what you are going to do, you have to farmer number 1, its table production consumption, circle plus is equals to production minus consumption. So this production is here and this consumption is here. So production minus consumption. So here it is 100, here it is 40. So 100 minus 40 is equal to 60. So surplus is 60. After consuming, he produced 100 and what? The total output of his harvest. I am just going to read it for you. 1. Let us take 3 farmers, each has grown wheat on his field through the production of different. See the column number 2. The consumption of the wheat of each farmer family is the same. Column number 3. The whole of surplus wheat this year used in capital for the next year production. Also suppose the production is twice the capital used in the production. Complete the table. So after doing this, you have to complete the table, and let's discuss. We are having the 2 questions here. Compare the production of the wheat by the 3 farmers over the years. Second question, what happens to farmer in 3 years? Can he continue production? What he have to do to continue production? So this is your homework part. I am just repeating to you. You have to do in the textbook only. You have to read this. This is the wheat production from the 3 farmers from the 3 year 1, year 2, year 3. The simple one, once again I am speaking to you. 100 production is here, final production. Then second, consumption is here. The farmer consumed 40. So what will be there? So production 100 minus 40 is equal to 60, and that surplus is going to be capital for the next year. Then here 120 and 40. So if we are subtracting 120 here and then 40 we are subtracting, so here we are getting 80. So 80 is going to be here the capital. So here 40 is here, 120 is here, so what will be here? 160 here going to be. 160 minus 40, here going to be 120 and here going to be 120. Like that you have to complete this 2 table also, and you have to write in the textbook only. If you don't have this one, please see the slide presentation and prepare the table like this and do this on a piece of the paper or in your notebook. This is your homework part. After that, we have to write these 2 questions, and it is comparison also. Next, we are going to have the overview. So overview, please write it down in your notebook. First overview, the dairy is a major source of earning money in Palampur. So dairy is a type of a business where processing of the animals' milk are done mostly from the cows and buffalo. And the last point we have seen the small scale manufacturing unit. So here once again I want to tell to you, we have seen in this presentation the dairy farm activity done in the village Palampur and the small scale production manufacturing activity. Plus we have seen the Mishri Lal story, how Mishri Lal is managing the factors of production, the raw material, right? The capital, the labor, and final the product. So after doing all this presentation details, We are on the two topics which we have finished from this presentation. Non-farming activities of the village Palampur. Two we had seen. First one is the dairy and second one is the small scale manufacturing. Okay. Rest two are remaining. That's shopkeeping and transportation, which we are going to see in the upcoming presentation. So till then, you have to do the note making of this, and the homework part is this. Please see this page number 11. Page number 11. You have to do, if you don't have the textbook, you have to do on a piece of paper or otherwise in your notebook. Then next, whatever the point I stated to you in this presentation, non-farming activities of the village Palampur, they are 4. Out of the 4, 2 we have discussed in the presentation. First one is the dairy and second one is the small scale manufacturing unit. Okay, so please write the notes and everything. And lastly, I want to thank each and everyone for watching the videos. Be safe and be secure at your home. Thanking to each and every one of you. Jai Hind.